What's up, guys? I'm going to be playing a little bit of our No Gear Fire Wizard on Wizard 101 today. Just got to do a couple of things, then we'll get the game rolling.
Wait, can I drive this? Hold on. I'm not gonna mess with that. I don't wanna die. I don't know.
Scared the crap out of me.
Where are you?
Just doing a couple of things real quick here, then we'll get going.
What is everybody up to today? Out of ammo. Fuck my life. I have 11 bullets left. Not gonna last long.
Alright. Let's get the game up and running here. So before I switch to the actual game, the launcher goes, and if I do my stream for the launcher and then switch over, it just boots off to a black screen. So I'm going to load the launcher, and then once the launcher is ready to go, then I will kick over to the actual game. So bear with me for a moment here. But this is another episode of my No Gear Fire Wizard. Basically, wanted to try a bit more of a challenge versus just the standard run through. And so it's, as the name suggests, it's no gear. Have only a deck to cast spells, a wand that gives no boosting stats, um, no hats, no robes, no boots. We have an amulet that allows us to use power pips for the secondary school. It's not a stat booster. It just allows use of power pips properly. We do have an athame, which is like a knife dagger thing, and a ring. No, the deck has it, I think. The deck has it. Um, but it might be the ring. Anyways, we do have two bits that only boost, and at a very small percentage, healing rate. So, like, my healing spell that I have does 400. I think it gives me 4 extra health. And that is so that we can have the gems that allow for Arch Mastery equipped. Arch Mastery is a game, there's a thing that they added into the game last year? The year before that, I guess, technically. Um, And so they did a lot of changeovers with the spells, and now some spells you can't use without an actual like pip assigned to a particular school, whether it's a fire school pip or a life school pip, balance pip, so on and so forth. And so it limited the usability of some of the newer spells that you used to be able to use right away. So there's been a change to the rulings for the no gear challenge to allow you to have equipment that allows for that Archmastery usage. So that's all we have. We have no pet. We do have a mount, but all that does is increase your traveling speed. It doesn't actually affect any general gameplay. Okay, now that it's going live, let's see if we can get this to work. Because for whatever reason, Wizard 101 does not like game capture. Yeah, so we have to add in web capture, or window capture rather. Give me a second here. Sources add. We need to add window capture. Add existing source. It's going to go down here below the. Oh, not that far down. We're going to hide game capture. Done. There we go. Need to stretch to screen. And then we need to modify audio stuff. We're going to unmute window capture and mute game capture. There we go. All right, now that we've got that set up, let's get into it. Level 23, the Grand Arena. So the hardest part has been that we need to like over level in order to complete some stuff because of how difficult this is. Turn Norse down here. If my tablet's got good battery, I'm gonna pop my tablet open. 59%, not terrible. Should be enough for basically a half-hour stream at this point, but might go a little longer. Oh, it is hooked up Wi-Fi. Okay. There we go. Stream manager over there. Norse on the phone. There we go. All right. Claim timed rewards. No. Nope. 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 Okay. So let's see what we got for quests. Ice Weavers, Beetle, which is just a collection quest. Photography, which we can't get to yet. Crafting, which we can't get to yet. And that's something that's a bit of beyond our ability at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna go with the Ice Weavers, collecting some spider eyes. All right, let's see what we can do here. Clear out the duplicates and pass. So we're doing this quest. We have to get spider eyes for the next big challenger. Because he likes it as a snack. So what we're trying to do, the purpose of the first story arc at first is we're trying to resurrect the Order of the Fang to help us stop a big bad evil guy by the name of Malice Bear. That wasn't too bad. You need more flair, more style. Can't please a crowd without those things. Um, Hi, Norris. Hello. I don't know if it's collecting audio or not. Okay. Well, hopefully there's audio. No game audio. See if I can fix that. Cool. Fixed it. There. There. All right. Okay, now we've fixed the VOD name. Let's continue.
Okay, Stone Chin says you're on. But I told him he can't have the spider eyes until after the fight. Let's see how you fare against a stronger and hungrier opponent.
Alright, we'll go for an hour, and then
Next up,
it'll be
ladies
time to
and
go.
gentlemen, Puny Foreigner versus Crag Stone
Crag Stone
Chin.
Chin.
Who will fall first? Just watch
Behind the Sun Gate. Alright.
The arena master says that after I
After I
smash
smash you, I get to have spider eyes. I like spider eyes.
Okay, now Crack Smash you.
Okay, now Crag smash you. Alright, so Meteor Strike has really been a game changer for me. It's an AoE, it doesn't cost a lot of pips. And I can hit pretty hard with it. So, now that I have Meteor Strike, my ability to take enemies down should be quite a bit more efficient.
Not
Not
bad.
bad, but
I
I wonder
you'll
how you will do against a real warrior. Hi, Ember.
Let me see
Welcome
who's
Emerald
what.
underscore.
Okay, I think you're about ready to move up to fight Bort. The problem is, Bort has an image to maintain. So before you get to take him on, you'll have to take on some sand stalkers.
Yeah, in about an hour I'm gonna go home.
Nothing I can do.
I figured I'd get one last stream in while I have good internet and Jenny's at work, and then I'll get packed up and head home. I don't like interrupting other people's fights if I don't have to. Victor goes, "You are home." Yeah, I know, Victor. I wish. Hi, Victor. I wish I was home.
Welcome Meteor Gun 7.
Okay, that's not gonna work against them. Oh, it would have, actually. Oops. Well. Yeah, right? Someday. Someday, Victor. Alright, let's get rid of these, and we'll pass. So yeah, essentially we're fighting these weaker guys to build up our reputation in this gladiators arena until they deem us worthy of battling the guy that is the champion of the arena, who also happens to be part of the Order of the Fang that we're trying to resurrect. So I'll do this one. I'm going to take 200 damage to deal 600 damage. Or maybe I won't. Okay, let's try this with Nautilus Unleashed. This video quality is pristine. Yeah, I finally think at the moment anyways, I've hit the point where even though I'm not using gear and I'm a little over-leveled, I think because of spells that I have available to me, I'm now capable of handling some of the tougher fights without too much issue.
Excellent. The crowd always loved up-and-comers
Such as yourself.
Too bad
no one has come
to
to the arena for some time.
Look out!
Bort Malletmane was born and bred to fight. Think you can best him? Then show me some spirit.
I want to see a real fight.
All right.
Ladies, gentlemen, and children of all ages, let's hear it for the Dueling Wizard!
The Dueling Wizard.
This time, the wizard is after two-time Croc champion, Bort Malletmane. Check out the Snake Gate.
Alright, Bort Malletmane. As the name suggests, he's got a hammer in his hand. The Snake Gate it is.
You think I will give up all the fame and glory without a fight? Ha! You don't even have the showmanship to be a star like me. Really? You are no warrior.
different universe. Harry Potter doesn't make a visit in this one. I think there might be some reference to him in this game, but he doesn't make a direct appearance. Okay, the Gouger I'm not worried about. Yes, Doctor Strange actually, they do have a part that's got, like, Doctor Strange in it. A reference to him anyways. The same with, Star Trek. The Ninja Turtles make a reference. Who else? I have to think what else shows up. There's a reference to the Wizard of Oz. There's a reference to King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. This game is full of so many pop culture references. It's actually impressive how many they were able to fit into one game. I'm shouting. I'm always shouting because of my headset. That's why I've tended to learn to keep one ear off when I'm streaming, because then I can visibly hear how loud I am and I'm not shouting. Alright, here we go. Meteor Strike. This is the one that was the game changer for me. Since getting Meteor Strike, as long as it goes through, because I still have a chance to fizzle, but as long as it goes through, Meteor Strike has been the game changer for me in terms of, like, being able to handle enemies a lot better. 33 HP. 33. I couldn't get him by 33. Let's throw this imp at him and hope that that's enough. Beautiful. Fort Mallet Main defeated. So usually when I do these Wizard 101 videos, I like to try and complete one zone, as it were, at a time, and that way I can extend the series out. This one got broken up into two because this zone is just, there's so much to it, that the amount of time it takes to finish this area was just, I needed more time. And that'll happen on a couple of other zones as well, but for the most part I try to do like one zone per video.
I have to say, you don't look like a real warrior, but you sure can deliver. The crowd would go wild for someone
Gives people
like
something
you.
to look forward to.
The crowd would have loved you, taking on all our top guys. Now is no time to slow down. I'll get a tenure ready while you take on some Suckweed Gougers.
Alright,
Get
Suckweed
away.
Gougers. Suckweed Gougers. These guys should be easy. They're balanced. If I was a Spirit School, I'd have a boost against them. Life, Myth, or Death. An Elemental School, I don't have a boost against them. But they also don't resist me yet either. So you get more into like major weird boosts and resistances later on in the game. The first couple of worlds, it's pretty straightforward. Fire is good against ice, ice is good against fire. Storm is good against myth, myth is good against storm. I'm not really sure I understand the matchup there, but that's how it is. Life is good against death, death is good against life, and then there's balance. So, death, life, and myth are good against balance. Fire, ice, and storm aren't weak against balance, but they don't get a boost. Oops, somebody joined us. Somebody joined us. Hello. you'll get a lot of questions if you're doing this no gear challenge like I am. You'll get a lot of questions from people like, "Hey, why are your stats so low? Hey, do you know about?" Yes, I've been playing this game since it beta tested in 2008. I actually just got a tattoo this weekend. Um, it's my favorite school, their casting school logo, sigil rather. When you cast spells, I have to move the thing up here. So it's the Death School casting sigil. And then it's kind of difficult to see it, but the date here, 07, 02, 08, is the day that I started playing Wizard 101. The day that I started beta testing this game. So I've spent a lot of time, a lot of money on this game, actually, a lot of hours. I've made friends. One very good friend that I've known for quite a long time now. My deck is just not doing what I wanted to do. Oh, I might die. Oh. Alright. Knock him out. Victor, where's Willow?
Welcome Tire Swap Genius.
Very nice. I need to recharge.
Excellent work up there, wizard. Only I'm taking you to the top. Fight hard and I just might get an honorarium. Ladies and gentlemen, get set
Yes,
for some
for some
unparalleled
unparalleled
entertainment. The
The
dueling
dueling
wizard
wizard
will
will
now
now fight
fight
our
our
undefeated
undefeated
proc
proc champion,
champion,
the
the
amazing
amazing
Itenu
Itenu
Sakwi,
Sakwi,
behind
behind
the
the
moon
moon
gate.
gate. Of course. It's so hard to keep average viewers when they won't stick around. Ugh.
Begone, little wizard. You do not belong here. I only fight real warriors.
I am a croc champion,
not a
not a
babysitter.
babysitter. Gonna sound like the Gobbler King. That's fine. Alright, we'll blow off some of these weaker cards. Yes. Pass again. Let's do a sandstorm. Alright, I should heal, but let's get rid of one of these guys first. I'll get rid of it 10. That's going to be a death shield. Yep, you can always tell what it's going to be depending on what the players or the enemies rather are using, because like, so he's a life wizard or a life school. The Itenyu Sakui guy, he's a life school. He casted a death spell. 99% of the time, if you see a life school enemy that's, you know, not player controlled, casting a school that's opposite their school, it's always going to be a shield. Alright, hopefully I can get this heal in. I could try to go for the Locust one, but I really need the health. Oh gosh. Nope, that's gonna end me. Whew. 5 HP! Holy crap, somebody clip that, please! No, don't clip that. That's not that exciting. But, the fact that I survived, that's impressive. I thought for sure my number was up. Finish this stupid sand golem off. Once I get a pip. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Pass. I need 1 pip. That's all I need. Bing! Okay, let's see here. I want to make sure I'm going to hit him. That's got a lower point percentage of hitting. Let's do the Gearhead Destroyer. Alright, we got him down. Cannot believe I survived that. I thought for sure, when I saw that Frost Beetle come out, that I was done for. Alright, so we'll regain some health. Turn this quest in.
You did well,
Kai
my little
Amate.
croc champion.
That's the guy we're
You
looking to
ready
recruit
take
for
on
the,
Kai Amate?
re-recruit rather, for the Order of the Fang.
I've got big plans for you. I'll wager you feel like
Feel like you're ready to
the
fight the legendary Kai
Amate
Amate the Great.
Now,
Now here's your chance. You can thank me later.
I set up a private show. Go through
Go
that
through
door
that door on the right,
and
enter
enter
a
a
small room.
Show
Show
Kai
Kayamate no mercy.
You'd
You'd be doing that old has-been a favor. Wow. That's a bit, it's a bit aggressive. There, here we go. Off we go. Diamante.
Welcome, Southern Serpent.
Oh, hey, Serpent. Hey, thanks for that shout out over on Norse's stream. Yeah, that's the last thing I'm trying to get for my affiliate status is just getting the average viewers. I've got everything else down pat. I get enough streaming time in, enough days streaming. I just can't. I'm averaging like one maybe. So,
Welcome, Southern Serpent.
all right, we're gonna give this a whirl here. This is a dungeon. So yeah, this is Wizard 101. I don't know if you've ever played it or heard of it.
Did you know you can pet me?
Yeah,
Check
fine,
out the
Panda.
Pet
I'm trying
Cafe.
to talk here. But so Wizard 101,
I am the undefeated
they're on
one,
like they're gonna start their
the
5th story, I
only
assume.
Diamante.
But it follows the path in the first story arc of tracking down this guy named Malistaire. He used to be the Death School professor for Ravenwood Academy, and when his wife died, she was sick. She was terribly ill, and he had the means to keep her alive, but it went against the laws that they had surrounding magic and, you know, improper use of magic. And so he was forced to let her die, and he blamed everybody. He blamed the headmaster, he blamed um, the other professors of the school. And so it basically drove him mad. So he attacks the school looking for a particular item, which he finds. Um, and he basically traverses multiple worlds, causing mayhem where he can, trying to find other things. He stops in this world here that we're in right now called Krokotopia, looking for a book called the Croconomicon. Now, if you've ever heard of like the Necronomicon, it's basically the same thing. A book of the dead to resurrect his wife. And so the first story arc is us trying to A, find the Croconomicon and get it out of his hands, and B, try and stop him from causing this, doing this ritual, because in completing this ritual, he'll destroy quite a few worlds. So that's the first story arc. What we're on right now is trying to resurrect the Order of the Fang, which protects the Croconomicon. And so we're just going through the different areas trying to obtain the members of the Order of the Fang, get them out of what's called the Great Sleep, which they were put in to stop this evil invading source from taking over the current world we're in, Krokotopia. Krokotopia is based off of ancient Egypt. So some of the bosses in this area you'll notice have very familiar names. We've got Crocopatra, Cleopatra, Crocotep, Imhotep, Crokencommon, Tutankhamun, you know, so I love that this game has a lot of real world references that you can look up and you can apply and be like, hey, that sounds familiar, you know. So the twist that we're doing, I'm doing a no gear challenge. So I have no gear that boosts my abilities other than a few small things. So I don't have any hats equipped. Anything that's blue is equipped. I have no hats equipped, no robes, no boots. I do have a wand, but it just gives me some spells. It doesn't give me any bonuses. I don't have an athame. I have an amulet that allows me to use power pips so that I can use my secondary school. This ring gives me just a tiny bit of healing boost so that I have the access to Arch Mastery, which Arch Mastery is another part of being able to use your secondary school that they added a couple of years ago. So they changed the rules of the no gear challenge to allow for gear that can give you that Arch Mastery boost. Otherwise, you have to wait till like level 120 or something like that. Kind of wild. No pets equipped. No mounts currently equipped. I do have a mount that I use, but all that does is increase my movement speed outside of battles. It doesn't do anything for you know, stat boosting. And then a deck that also, again, gives me boost to Archmastery. Have to have a deck because that's how you get the cards for your spells. So, beyond that, we're not doing anything that, like, majorly boosts attack, defense, resistance, accuracy, any of that. I've played this game since 2008, so I thought I'd try something with a little bit more challenge to it. I really like this game. Just the animations and designs, and they're actually updating the animations too, all the time. They've completely overhauled the design look of the first world, Wizard City, as well as the second world here, Krokotopia. They're working on the other worlds as we speak. It takes a long time to change designs and make it look good. You know, they have to rebuild all of the building designs and the street designs and, you know, the way the sky looks and things like that from the ground up. It takes a lot of time, especially because, you know, when they started this game, there were 5 worlds: Wizard City, Krokotopia, Marleybone, Mooshu, and Dragonspire. They're up to, oh gosh, I think it's 16 now. So, yeah, so the game is free to play up to a certain point. Then you have a couple of options depending on how you want to progress. If you like it but don't maybe love it and you just want to kind of play here and there whenever you feel like it, you can purchase their in-game currency, their in-game paid currency, which is crowns. Open up an area. It's open forever. You can come and go and visit it whenever you want. If you play a little bit more frequently than that, but you're not like a continuous player like me, you can go to Walmart, Target, even on their website, and you can pay for like a monthly membership. God, what do I want to do here? That'll cause me 200 damage, but deal 600 with the attack boost from that. That might be close. So you could get a monthly membership. You know, you can buy it, let it go for the month, and then when it runs out, you can stop, or you can get another month, you know, or if you're in between months, you can do it that way. Ooh, that was rough. Hopefully I survived. Oh, actually, that's gonna kill me. I forgot. Did I get him? Nope, wasn't enough. I lost. The other option that you could do, which is what I do, I think they have a 6-month membership as well. So, you know, if you want to pay for a little bit more, they have like a 1, a 3, a 6, and then they've got the one that I do, which gives you the best discount for the time as well. I pay for an annual membership. So if you pay monthly, it's $10 a month for $120. Annual membership is $79.95, so $80. So you're saving $40 there. And then every once in a while they have sales. Usually it's during the summer, June or July. They might have a sale that makes it $59.95. So you can get a year membership for half the cost of a regular year membership. They also have other deals going on all the time too, where sometimes it's like it's the $79.95 for a year membership, but you also get, you know, the in-game currency of crowns for, they give you like 14,000 crowns that you can use to buy items in the game. Whether it's better gear, buying some of the booster packs that might give you better gear or better mounts, fancier pets, you know. Pets can be trained to give you all kinds of like stat boosting abilities, things that can boost your gameplay. So they give you lots of different options. I definitely have spent my fair share of money on this game. Well, this is not where I wanted to go. But it's been well worth it. Like I said, I've been playing since 2008. It's now 2025 after July 2nd. So, you know, I've been playing this game for so long. Alright. I need to gain some health back. So we're going to walk into the Croco Sphinx and gain some health. And then we'll use the dungeon teleporter to get us back into the fight. So that's the nice thing. If you're in a dungeon and you lose, they have what's called a dungeon recall. It'll teleport you right back into where you were. They did recently change, like, you can place down a location marker and then return there. I'm not super big on, they just recently changed, and now it costs you some mana to place down the marker, and it costs you like a mana point or two to return to the marker. I don't know why. It never did before. It's never cost mana to do that. Now it costs mana. It's not a lot, so it's not like it's make it or break it. If, oh gosh, you know, if you make a mark, you're not going to have enough mana to do a battle. But the mana cost still just feels like it was unnecessary to add. Alright, so we're going to use the dungeon recall now that I'm maxed. I don't think dungeon recall costs you any mana. Nope, it doesn't. Alright, let's try this again. Come on, Kai. Let's try this a little bit differently. But, so, I mean, some of the coolest features I like, there's character customization, you know, some of it's free, some of it costs money. Some of it you can do just with regular gold. If you want your character to consistently look a certain way, then you get into in-game currency, but it's not overly expensive. But, for the most part, the community is pretty supportive and pretty cool.
Welcome,
Ember's
Devoid
not here.
Defectives.
I need to get rid of this person. I don't need to deal with that. Okay. Alright, what do I want to do here? Let's hit this guy. Oh, I missed it. Shoot. I was dealing with that, and it made me miss my turn. Now I'm going to have to spend the turn to heal because I don't want to die. So I'm going to go for another 20 minutes or so, and then I have to get on my way to go home. I'm not looking forward to the drive, but it has to be done. Alright, let's do this. Take 2 to deal 6. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. The problem is the damage boost is to me, not the enemy. But let's get rid of that Sandstalker. The blade is supposed to... Ooh, or not. The blade is supposed to boost the damage to the enemy. It boosts the damage to me, which kind of sucks, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's do another heal. I have made no progress in this fight. That's not great. Alright, let's do this. This should hopefully beat him, and it'll give a global bubble, which will boost all of my fire attacks by 25%. And the bubble lasts until it's replaced with a different bubble. Yes. Yeah, so that bubble that you can see now around the outer edge of the screen, that will give me an extra 25% to all of my fire spells until that bubble is replaced. It's like having an infinite damage booster.
I'm hungry.
Alright, let's see here. We're doing okay on health for the moment. He doesn't have a lot of pips. I think I want to get rid of a couple of these weaker spells. Yeah. Let's throw the Sunbird at him. Or not. So yeah, I mean, there's an accuracy percentage on all of these spells. And so there is a chance that I cast a spell and it just doesn't work. So that one has a 75% accuracy. This one would do roughly the average of less damage, but it'll heal me. So we're going to do that because I could use the health. I'll take the sacrifice of not doing as much damage to be able to stay alive a little longer. Okay, we'll put a fire blade on. Pass the round, and then as long as it doesn't fizzle, I should be able to take this guy out with a Sunbird next turn. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, Sunbird. Do your thing. Yeehaw! Woohoo! Very nice. Alright, Kai.
I am
humbled
by your skill, wizard.
Sadly, I accept defeat,
even though it was
inevitable.
inevitable. It
It is
is
clear
clear that my days of glory are over. I guess I'll just have to settle for retiring
filthy
rich.
rich.
Maybe a comeback tour in a few years.
You lean in quickly and notify Kai Amate of Shalek's request. His eyes widen as you emphasize the dire situation.
Ooh, I've been here trying to recapture lost glory, and my comrades have been at risk. I see now that the Great Sleep was no defeat, but a stalemate.
I must gather my fellow gladiators. As
As
foreigners
forced to
forced
fight for the Tut's amusement, they will revolt too.
Return to Shalek and
And
tell
tell
him
him
I
I'm
am
ready
ready
to
to
fight.
fight.
This will be my greatest glory. Alright. We're done in the gladiator arena. Gladiator. I don't know why I said gladiator. Gladiator arena. Now back to Shalek the Wise. Crack open this chest real quick. Get that mushroom. Ah. Alright. I think what we'll do is we'll take the shortcut. So they added this in a few years ago. They didn't used to have this before. When I first started playing. And I tell you, I wish that they had, but they made it a lot easier to play this game now than they did when I was playing it. Monsters are weaker. Animations for some of the bigger spells are shorter. They've added in these teleporters so that you can literally just teleport from one place to the entrance of the other. So they've done a lot of stuff to make the game easier to play. Alright, Shalek. So now is a great time to definitely
I'm glad
at
you were
least
able
try
to
it out,
remind
you know?
Kai Amate of his calling. With General Kaba and Kai Amate back, we now have four
Four
core members of the
members
Order of the Fang,
Fang
reunited in
purpose.
purpose. Wizard, by helping us, you have
Location
earned
of the
my
Golden
trust.
Fang.
Therefore, I will reveal a guarded secret. The location of the Golden Fang. Locked in the vault of ice for centuries, it offers great power to any croc who wields it. We cannot afford for the Tuts to discover it now. Meet me inside the vault of ice.
Alright.
What? You think you can just waltz right into the vault of ice and take the Golden Fang? This dungeon will be your final resting place. Only 4 at a time can be in a dungeon, so bring your best warriors. And when everyone leaves, the level will reset in a short amount of time.
Okay.
You can replay this dungeon, allowing you to gain additional unique loot, but only if you survive.
So, I think, I'm not actually going to start that because that dungeon takes quite a bit of time, and I don't have enough time before I have to split. So we're going to go back to Wizard City, clear out the backpack. Yeah, I wish there's something else I could get. Just a quick quest. Ooh, Hetchaldean has something. Just a quick quest to let me level up to 24. Let's see what Hetchaldean has. He might have a short one. Because I'm very close to leveling up. I've got less than 150 experience to get, and I'll level up, so...
I lost my lucky coin. I'm not sure
I'm not sure where, though.
Anyway,
I have
good
good news.
Hetch hands you a bright blue gem.
Okay.
While looking for my lucky coin, I found this blue gem. Give it to Lydia Greyrose. I'm sure she can find a use for it.
Huh, that's perfect, because I gotta go back to Wizard City anyways, so... Yeah, I was just gonna get a shorter stream in, before I had to leave. So I don't want to get into too in-depth. I finished the zone, which is what I normally do. I'll finish one zone, and then...
Welcome, Wild
Of course you
Willow.
show up right as, like, I'm done in, like, 5 minutes, Willow.
Why, hello
Yeah.
there, young wizard. You have a blue gem for me?
For me?
How
How
wonderful.
wonderful. And just in time. Delivery for Mindy. Okay.
Mindy is working on her next spell and could use that gem. Could you take that gem to her? I'm sure she would be very grateful.
Sure. That's on my way of where I need to go anyways, so... On the way, da da da, da 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 da. Yeah. Get a little bit for that, cool. So I literally need less than 80 experience. I think it's 73. Yep. 73 experience and I'll level up. So we'll get the level up. We'll see if there's any new gear that I can put on, although I don't think there is until 25. Unless the changeover, it might have been at level 20 that the changeover starts going to every 4 levels. I don't remember. It's been so long.
You have something for me? Wow.
Oh, there was
You
the
have a
level up.
blue gem for me? Thanks. I could
I
really
could
use
really
that.
use that.
You tell Mindy the story of how Hetch found the gem.
That's awfully nice of him. You know, people lose coins all the time when running around the hedge maze in Unicorn Way. You should look there.
They added in the Yuletide Feasting Hall dungeon for basically Christmas in July. That is a dungeon to deal with Krampus. It's one of the 2 ways to gain Krampus as well as the reindeer spell. Okay, so I think we're just going to go to the bazaar and clear out the stuff. And then, even though there's a little bit mini quest, I got my level up. I'll check and see if there's new spells, and then we'll call it a day. Alright, so here's the bazaar. This is the quickest and easiest way to sell stuff. Just right here to old Elix Silverfist. They redid this a while ago too, and a lot of people are not super happy with the way that they changed the bazaar over, and a lot of people were not happy with the changeover. So there are a few things that you can't sell, and that's fine. Oh, I was getting full on backpack stuff anyways. Yeah, so Norse is here, Willow over here, Willow's here. They're both pretty cool streamers. I think Willow's still here. No, Willow's still here. Willow's still here, Norse is here. Serpent is here. They're all really cool streamers. Norse, I just started watching him, and he's been really just a wholesome guy. I've offered him some support with some difficult stuff he's been going through. He's really helped me start building up my community more than what it was when I started. And it's kind of helping me inch closer to that goal that I've been trying to get to. So Willow's been a really good friend of mine for quite a few years now. Actually just saw her this weekend. We'll be seeing her again for my birthday in October. So check both of them out. Serpent, I've recently met. We haven't really directly hung out per se. It's been mostly just kind of both hanging out in Norse's streams. So, but Serpent, from my understanding, is still a pretty cool person to watch when they're streaming. So.
Hope everyone enjoys it here. Please follow the stream.
Can we SO at Southern Serpent as well? Do a shout out for Southern Serpent as well. I already did it, Willow. Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh, maybe they don't stream. I thought they did. Yeah. I hate that I can't sell those seeds. It bothers me. Alright. Jewels, I don't care necessarily about. Alright, let's see what we can buy now. The only thing I care about is stuff that can boost, so I'm looking for a better ring and a better deck. If there's a better ring, it has to have a tier gem on it. But it can't impact. Nope, okay, and a better deck. Nope, not versus what I already have. So that's what we're gonna do for that. Alright. So I think that's gonna do it. No, I have to go back to the commons and see if I have any new spells available to me now that I'm level 24. Once we get them new spells, then that's probably where we'll call it for the day. Then I can get packed up and start the long drive home. Can't get that yet. I don't have any training points, so I can't go get the required spell either. Let's go have a chat with Dahlia real quick, see what I can get from Dahlia. I need to fix that command so that actually, like, you can click on it and see their thing. Oh, level 26. Okay. Okay. Go back to being in front of Bartleby. Oops, sorry. Well, that's gonna do it for now, guys. Thanks for watching me finish off the arena, level up, reawaken another person for the Order of the Fang, and we'll do the Vault of Ice next time. So, hopefully catch you again for another stream soon. End it there. Cheers, guys. Thanks for hanging out.